Welcome to Beyond Flow. My name is Tammy. This is Maria, and we are your hosts. We're here today for another episode to talk with you about a concept that we try to practice a lot lately, and just wanted to have a brief conversation with you about it. Wanted to also remind you, please, to like our posts. You can actually find us on Instagram too, leading into our YouTube channel. We're also on Spotify. So if you can subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing, and share it with your friends that you think might enjoy it. We appreciate that so much. We're going to be talking about what it means to live in the end, how to become the miracle before it appears. We'll be back. So, what if the life you're waiting for is actually waiting for you to become it first? I was thinking about that. Not by manifesting, but by identity. Neville Goddard, this is who we're talking about today.
Mm-hmm.
Neville Goddard was an early 1900 mystic teacher. I think he passed in 1972. I did look that up. I was curious. He focused on imagination, consciousness, and assumption as a creative force. And assumption is a big concept, because assumption is assuming something that is potentially not there yet, right?
It's one of the most powerful teachings is Neville Goddard.
Mm-hmm.
He always says, one of the things in every lecture, which I tell people, like these days, there's a lot of lectures that are not actually him.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be a little bit careful, because people are using AI to replicate his voice, and it's not his authentic teachings. But he says always in all his teachings is that, that we have the creative power of God, which is our imagination.
Yeah.
So this is where I think it's the most, that I get the most excited, passionate about. Because how can we go from, the law of attraction, which is attracting something,
Mm-hmm.
and also his teachings, I think, takes the law of attraction further,
Right.
which is the law of assumption. That it's already happened, that it already occurred, is to live from
the end.
From the end.
Yeah.
It's already given to you. And also, when he talks about imagination, and that we have the creative power of God, which is our imagination, is how to use it. So there's so many things that people can go to like I said, to YouTube, and they can actually listen to his teachings.
Right.
It personally transformed my life.
He I have like just a lot of different quotes that but one that's famous is assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
And Wayne Dyer would talk about this a lot too. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So assume is not hope, not wishing. It's becoming. You're assuming. Feeling, the inner state, not a surface emotion, but an inner deep feeling. So assume, feeling, and fulfilled. Fulfilled means it's already done.
It's already done.
It's complete. So assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It's so significant. And it's like, you have to really think about it, because it's not the normal way of being, Our reality is what we see in front of us. This entire teaching is how to change that.
And he actually, Neville Goddard, he was in his time he was a visionary, because his teachings were based on the teachings of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are talking about this mystic from the 1900s that was using the teachings of Christ, the Bible, talking about, in a way, of the law of attraction, which it's not the law of attraction, it's the law of assumption.
Yeah.
And how now these days we can actually go back to, because we still have the same tools, it's just the way that he put it, it almost goes into your consciousness in a very different, for me at least, with a very different approach.
Yeah.
That is not just attracting something, but knowing that the moment that you wish for something, it really is given to you.
Yeah.
Which is, and he talks a lot about, ask and it is given, and that what is impossible for man, it's not impossible for God.
Right.
So with God, all things are possible.
Like our candle.
So with God, all things are possible. That's one of the understandings also, to know what is it about sometimes when we're going through something that feels that it's impossible. Just go into, first of all, into prayer, knowing that that prayer will be answered. It's not the timing when it's answered. That's what, you don't need to get concerned with the timing. Just know that that prayer will get answered.
Yeah.
It's going to get answered.
Yeah.
But go, close your eyes. And he talks a lot about, at the end of the day, just go into that place of visualizing, feeling it, that it's already given to you.
Yeah. And it's like, because he and Wayne Dyer refers to him a lot. It's the concept of living from the end rather than living for the end. And that is like, from the end means you go all the way to that thing that you are either want to bring into your life, that person, that job, that money, that health, whatever the issues are, the thing that you want, you live as though it's already there, and then you work yourself backwards into bringing yourself that actual physical manifestation here. But you have to live already there. And it is the power of imagination
and the feeling, because now you create a feeling. And I wanted to read something. So the most known or famous ideas of Neville Goddard was that your imagination creates reality. The feeling is the secret.
Yeah.
So I go back to like The Secret, but that is the secret. It's to feel it. Like, it's almost like, I think there's a lecture that he gives that is very famous, and he talks about this woman that she wanted to get married, she wanted to find love, and he told her, well, start wearing a wedding ring at the end of the day, and feel that, that loving soul man came into your life and gave you the ring. Right. And then she came to one of his lectures like months after, and he's like, and she told him, I got engaged.
It's like she put the ring on her finger.
So feeling is the secret. It's not just thinking, but it's feeling it as real, so that it will manifest. And then live in the end, which is my favorite one.
Yep.
Is feel it as if it's already done.
Yeah.
Feel it. So it says, like an example, instead of I want success, I am successful now.
I am. This is the connection to the divine. The I am concept is how we're taking that imagination and that desire and holding it in a form of godliness. So important. Wayne Dyer, I saw something that reminded me, and it connected a lot with this, and I wanted to read it. It's actually from 10 Secrets. You said The Secret. 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace. This is one of his books. And this is the eighth secret.
And this is from?
Oh, this is Wayne Dyer.
Okay.
But it's
related
same
to
teachings,
Got it.
you know. So treat yourselves as if you already are what you'd like to be. That's the eighth secret. Treat yourself as if you already are what you'd like to be. So here's the writing. Whatever it is that you envision for yourself, no matter how lofty or impossible it may seem to you right now, I encourage you to begin acting as if what you would like to become is already your reality. This is a wonderful way to set into motion the forces that will collaborate with you to make your dreams come true. The forces, that's God. To activate the creative forces that lie dormant in your life, you must go to the unseen world, the world beyond your form. Here's where what doesn't exist for you in your world of form will be created. You might think of it in this way. In form, you receive information. When you move to spirit, you receive inspiration. It is this world of inspiration that will guide you to access anything that you would like to have in your life. Connecting to the spirit aspect, connecting to the imagination, that's where inspiration comes from. Inspiration doesn't come from this physical. Inspiration comes from above.
From the divine.
And that is how we bring into our lives that reality we're looking for.
And I would say, I think I wanted to make a podcast about divine inspiration because it is one of the, if not the most powerful tools, for lack of a better word, that we can have in this human experience is divine inspiration, because that is your connection to your higher self, to God, to the angelic realms. So what I wanted also to say about that, it relates to what you just read, which is, I think, the whole Neville Goddard, it's just that, right? So in Neville Goddard's and teachings, he says that man is all imagination. Your true identity is not just your body or circumstances, but your inner awareness and imagination. God is imagination. The creative power within you is divine. You and God are not separate. You are expressing that same creative force together. Wow. Meaning, so how do we put all that sounds so beautiful, is that when we're going through something, or when we want to manifest something, the moment you have the desire, that is it. This whatever your desire is, it's already created.
Yeah.
So because we live in a physical aspect, we do have to do some physical actions. We have to take a physical action that mirrors your desire, right? Like I cannot, I don't know, I want to be fit. Well, I have to do a physical action that can mirror that, right? Now, if I want to win a championship, just visualize yourself winning it.
Right.
But you can't do something that is going to go against what your desire is.
Right.
So
it's got to work together.
It has to work together.
Right.
And also knowing that when you have a desire, there's for a reason that God put that desire in your heart, to know that you can't give up on that desire and act, live in the end of that wish that you want to accomplish, that desire.
Yeah.
Use your imagination. Your imagination is the most powerful gift that God has given us, because it's unique to you. How many things are being manifested, and it comes from a place of the imagination.
Yeah.
So go there. There's so many things that I can speak myself that never in my life thought that I could achieve. And I remember in the store in New York, the first thing that we put on in the glass was, if you can dream it, you can achieve it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that is Neville Goddard.
Yep.
Like if you
Because
believe
dreaming is imagination.
dreaming is
Yeah.
it's a state of
Yep.
right of
So
imagination. It's not something that it happens from. He's not saying go and build it. He's not saying go
Yeah.
and work
Dream
it.
Yeah.
It's just go to your imagination, close your eyes every night. Every night I do it. Every night go into, because that taps into a vortex, into a world that it's not physical.
and not limited.
That
as
it's
this
not
one.
limited.
Yeah.
And then all the forces are going to help you achieve that dream.
Yeah.
Always, if it's for your highest good.
This is a quote that I think relates. So this is a Neville Goddard quote. Dare to assume that you are what you want to be, and you will compel everyone to play their part. If you dare to assume it, like it's a call to action, and understand that everyone that is part of that actual manifestation, or they'll play their part. This is a movie. This life is a movie. This life is not so concrete. It's we have a million choices to make every day, and every day we have free will to decide what direction we go and what vibration to create, and then how others relate to us is a part of what we're putting out there. And so I thought that was cool.
And when we talk about imagination, I mean, how many times we use our nerves and everything that it requires to use our imagination to imagine the worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Fear.
not why, which is fear. So why not, if you're going to use that power of imagination, why not use it to create and to visualize exactly and to feel what it is that you want to accomplish as it's already given to you. And also, not only you can do that for yourself, but you can do that, like if someone is going through a health issue, visualize that person healthy and healed. And it's not just about obtaining things for ourselves, but also for others and even for the world.
Yeah. So it's like, and I know that you do this, but like you can try this when you go to sleep, or before you go to sleep at night, when you have that moment of quietness and you just close your eyes. So try it tonight. Think of something that you desire, right? That's something that you quote unquote hasn't manifested yet. But start to think of it not as something that's coming, but something that's already arrived. Mm-hmm. So feel, where are you at that moment? What does your body feel in that moment? And what's different in your energy in that moment? And what Neville Goddard says is, feel it real. And then he says in another quote, let that version of you feel normal. So in that process, understand what's happening when you put yourself living in the end, and then make that normal. Make that your truth in your imagination. You'll be surprised how things work together to bring that to you, because you've already decided it. So
that is wow. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely go back to so many times where we have felt, well, how are we going to do this? Like, this is impossible. How can we, I don't know.
Yeah.
So many from financial issues to health issues to connections to how do you do that? How can, when my reality right now is showing me the evidence is completely the opposite of what I want to, but then it's fun. It's like, okay, so this is the moment where we can co-create, knowing that if we truly want to create something I just love that idea. Or just go to the end, feel it, smell it, touch it.
Yep.
Live like it's already been given to you.
And why not go to sleep every night living in the end of this desire? Because it feels good too. We tend to, end of the day, we're so like wound up and trying to find a million ways to relax. How are you, to go to sleep, to the stresses, right? Use this as an opportunity to allow yourself, because you can start designing, I want a compound. So I'm always designing the compound and the different people that are there and their spaces and everyone's spaces and everyone's together in the community and and so Neville Goddard, I love this quote. This is my last favorite one. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. How beautiful is that?
Wow.
This is what's coming. Your imagination, it's the coming attraction. So let's feel good.
Yes.
Let's feel those things we want.
And if we're going to, I always say, don't give up. Don't give up.
Yeah.
And if you're going to give up something, then give up your fear, give up your doubt, give up your pessimism, give up your, don't listen to people that, that's another thing. Like, you can imagine everything that you want, but surround with people that are going to support you, that are going to actually live that dream with you, that are going to encourage you to, if you want to be, if you want to create whatever it is that you want to, surround yourself with people, or even to the point of don't share those dreams yet, keep it to yourself, keep it concealed until, it manifests. And that's a a way of also protecting those dreams, and use your
keep dreaming.
Keep dreaming.
Keep that growing every day. Keep seeing yourself in the end. Consistency is important in this. That's why with our candles and different rituals that we talk to people about at Flow Life, it is it's so important to be consistent in that process. So in this living in the end, do it every night
and
not
repetition.
Just once,
Repetition
every day.
A football
You'll
player.
You'll be surprised.
A football player doesn't become a quarterback. Doesn't become the greatest quarterback just by practicing once. I mean, imagine they start from a very young age and they start throwing that ball, and then with repetition and they imagine themselves,
getting the trophy,
getting the trophy,
touchdown.
The touchdown. Like, go into the feeling first and imagine it. Creating
it's a technique. Practice, try it.
And the universe and the angels and all the cosmic beings will definitely come together, and they will conspire to make it happen.
Absolutely.
So to imagination, to dreams come true,
to living in the end.
And to living in the end.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless.